Can you imagine never worrying about money again? What would that be like? What kind of a condition would your life have to be in to never worry about money again? You know, what's interesting is it's not an amount of money that causes that. The Bible says godliness with contentment is great gain. How would you be content? Well, if your money was completely out of control, you were deeply in debt, and you were content, that would make you psychotic, stupid. You shouldn't be content if everything's torn up. But godliness with contentment is great gain. And so what it amounts to is not that everything is perfect, but it's that we have a plan and we are working towards a series of wise decisions, through a series of wise decisions, to get control of our money. So contentment is a journey. Financial success is a journey. It's not an amount. Now, we talk a lot about millionaires around here, millionaire status, but, I mean, truthfully, $1 million is not a lot of money anymore. I mean, it'll create, $80,000 a year income or something if you made 8% on it, right? But that's just, that's not like rich anymore. It's a whole lot more than most people got, okay? But, I mean, you really want to aim higher than that even. So if you have a game plan and your game like a budget, and you know that this month you're going to get to eat, this month the lights are paid, this month we're moving towards, through our baby steps, getting rid of debt, or we're building our emergency fund, or we're investing for our kids' college and our retirement towards paying off a house, or this month, whatever. As long as you can see that you're moving in the right direction and this month is taken care of, there's a sense of power there, empowerment, using an 80s term, feel empowered. You empower people. That's an 80s term, right? But you're empowered. And that's, you should be content in the middle of that. Now, contentment does not mean apathy, and contentment does not mean lazy. Contentment is not a hound dog laying in the sun on the front porch. He is content, but he's also lazy. I'm very content, but I work my butt off. It has nothing to do with activity level. It has nothing to do with ambition. Contentment is a spiritual condition. And when it comes to your finances, being content, never worrying about money again, is not an amount of money. You'll never get enough money to not worry about it again. Or you could get $10 billion and you'd still be wringing your hands and worried if you were out of control. If you didn't have a plan, if you didn't have a series of wise principles that you use for making your decisions with. That's why you don't hear me use the phrase financial independence. A lot of people in the financial world use that. You can become financially independent. I'm not really mad about it or anything, but I just don't think you ever do. What are you independent of? People? Well, you're always going to have to interact with people. I mean, you can still get sued for something maybe you didn't even do. You're not independent ever. There's never enough money to where you just absolutely are above the rules. You're above common sense. You're above the use of wisdom. And now, if financial independence means you can pay your bills, if that's what it means to you, then okay. If financial independence means you can retire with dignity, then okay, we can aim at that. But the phrase itself is a little bit strong for me. Independence. I'm not really trying to be independent. I want to be dependent on my spouse. I want to be looking at my grandbabies saying, I am working to change your life and your children and your grandchildren's life. I'm not independent. I'm not, that kind of sounds selfish when you say it. But financial independence, it sounds selfish. Maybe it's not, and maybe, I know that's not what everybody means when they say it, so I'm not picking on you if you use that phrase, but financial independence is not my goal. It's not my goal. And so I will never stop earning money and growing wealth. How much is enough? At some point, shouldn't you just stop? No. The more I've got, the more I can give. I have a gift. I have an ability to earn money beyond my wildest dreams. So why would I stop? Besides that, I didn't earn the money hurting someone. Every time I earn $1, it's helped somebody. If I sell a couple million books and make $1 a piece, that's a couple $1 million, right? And a couple million people got helped with the information in that book. So I think it's probably all working out for everybody. Except for some of you that are left-wing nut jobs. But, I mean, you can't figure this out anyway, so we're not talking to you. But the point is, you never worry about money again. Sometimes we think that that's an amount. When I was young, I used to think if I just had $1 million, it was an amount. If I hit this amount, I'll never have to worry about money again. If I hit $1 million, I wouldn't have to worry. If I had $1 million cash, worry less? Yeah. If you had $1 billion, you'd worry less than if you had $2. I got that. Because you don't have to worry about food. You don't have to worry about, a place to live, the basics of life, right? So it is less, but you never really become independent. Nor should you really want to, I think. I'm very dependent on God, the provider of this that he gave me to manage. But what would it be like to be on such a plan and have the wisdom principles in place by which you operated your finances that allowed you to not worry anymore? Not only were this month's necessities taken care of, but we're starting to look into the future, enjoy today, and have a future that is bright. Well, that requires a plan. Financial Peace University is that plan. It's the only place that we have where we put everything together, and almost 5 million people have been through it, to show you the wisdom principles and go, this is what happens if you're wise. These are the steps you do. This is what you do. This is how you get at it. And you can do that. You can do it. So it's a 1-year membership. All the videos are online. The audios are online. Everything you can get a hold of for a whole year. You can get every dollar plus tied to your bank account for a year. So you've got everything lined up that way. And you can go to the 9-week class anytime during that year you want to. And we're going to give you the kit to go to the class with as well. People going through the class are paying off $5,300 worth of debt, saving $2,700 in the first 90 days. That's an $8,000 turnaround. We'll show you the wisdom principles so you don't have to worry anymore. Now, you're not going to be rich at the end of 9 weeks or the end of 1 year. Most of you aren't. But you're starting a journey, a permanent decision to not operate my life by stupid principles anymore and instead operate them by wisdom principles. And you can do that in any area of your life. You can decide, our parenting, we don't know what we're doing. We're raising a couple of wolves here. I got to change how we're parenting this. And you can get with somebody, get information, get wisdom principles, like Meg Meeker was on here yesterday with me, and you can learn wisdom principles on parenting. And you don't just apply them for 1 month. You apply them as long as you're alive. Because wisdom principles will take you through the different ages. When your children are grown and have grandkids, I'm still Papa Dave. I was still with all of them the other night. I'm still Papa Dave. Wisdom principles apply. These scriptural principles give you guidelines to operate your life, and you don't have to worry anymore. Because you got a process you're engaging in. It's powerful, you guys. It's a powerful thought. You're not independent. You're plugged in. This is the Dave Ramsey Show.